You know, one trade I think the Clippers should do, or the Clippers should look into, I think you should look into the trade for, or with the Chicago Bulls. The Chicago Bulls seem like an open target right now in regards to what they're trying to do with their players and maybe revamp the organization, because you hear things about Zach LaVine in the trade prospect. And another name that's in the trade prospect for them is Nikola Vucevic. And I think, he's one of those big men, I think that, the Clippers really should look into. They should try to dissect him. I mean, when you look at him from afar, he's a foreign player like what you have in Zubac. And he's a big man who's a little bit more versatile. He can shoot the three. He can score in the paint. He can pass a little bit underratedly. And he's very skilled. And, he's basically the type of player that a lot of people thought Zubac would more likely turn into, skill wise, and how they, position themselves, and how Vucevic plays. And Zubac never really did that. But at the same time, Zubac hasn't really played that good this season because it just seems like, something with the spacing, or maybe it's just confidence. I'm not sure, but, Zubac just never really, took that leap like I thought he would have took. Even back when he was on the Lakers, when he got a little bit of notoriety, I thought he was good then, but he just never really followed it up and kept it going, even when he got to the Clippers. And even now, to me, he's not really playing good enough for what the Clippers need. I mean, you could say he's playing decent, but I mean, he should be a little bit more, physical. What I'm saying is the Clippers need a little bit more physicality. Now, Daniel Tice brings that, but I mean, if the Clippers really want to think about this long term, I wouldn't, overlook, possibly offering the Bulls, Zubac for Vucevic, because Vucevic is going to give you, last year, Vucevic, he was giving 17 and 10? I mean, he was giving, he gives good numbers. He averages 17 and 10. So, I mean, it's when you look at his skill set and what he brings, he will bring a different dynamic to the Clippers. He would give them something that they really don't have at that 5 position that would also, take more pressure off the other players too, because, he's not really like a rim protector, a shot blocker or anything like that, but he will contest, shots at the rim. He is, 7 feet. So he is close to 7 feet tall. So, I mean, that's another big body they can have in there that's really skilled and that can, do different things. And that's another person that, James Harden could possibly have a pick and roll option with. And that's a more deadly option as a pick and roll with Vucevic than it would be with Zubac, because Zubac can only roll to the basket because he's really not a shooter. But Vucevic could shoot. He could step, and he can, he can shoot threes. I mean, he's such a valuable weapon in a lot of ways that the Clippers would utilize so well with the way their offense runs. I think they really need to look into that. I mean, it might be a far-fetched, proposal, but I think it's a proposal they need to look into, because Zubac is really just not, he's just not it. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, these last several years I've looked at him, I just don't see no development. I don't see no change. I don't really see, I mean, like I said, he just is where he is. He's right in the middle. He's not going up or down. He's just stuck in the middle, and that's fine. But I think when you think about the Clippers with their small ball situation and with Plumlee out, even when Plumlee comes back, it's against certain teams, there still be matchup problems. But if they had somebody like Vucevic, the matchup problem would be the opposing team going against the Clippers, because the Clippers would propose the matchup problem against other teams, because they got a big man who's very versatile and who can stretch the floor, and he's another shooter as well. So, I mean, the Clippers would really be more dynamic with somebody like that, and then Mason Plumlee coming on the back end and maybe, play a little bit of Daniel Tice here and there. He don't really have to have that many minutes, but just be like a backup body just in case Plumlee goes down, or maybe split their minutes. But I think that would be a feasible trade, to look into for the Clippers. I think it's something they need to look into. Also, there was, I think it was mentioned as well on Clipperholics, I think, and you can check it out there as well, and a couple other sites. It was something mentioned in regards to, something with the Bulls in regards to a trade possibility. And when I thought about it, I said, yeah, Nikola Vucevic is definitely, a good candidate, for the Clippers. If I think about how their offenses ran and what they're trying to accomplish, they love the small ball because Ty Lue really wants that, but he does want to have that versatile kind of big man that can still give them offense, not just, maybe what Zubac gives at times, especially at times when Zubac doesn't play with that effort and that energy. It kind of like alters his skill set even more. But somebody like Vucevic, like I said, he would be a perfect fit with the Clippers. He would fit right in. I mean, he's not a big egotistical type guy from what I see. And he would be like kind of like their newer version of a Nicholas Batum, and that would, and that's that to me, when I look at the Clippers, sometimes that's what they're kind of missing, somebody who can defend like that and still, can score, even though Vucevic is a little bit taller than Nicholas Batum, but still somebody who's skilled, foreign player like that you can trust and stretch the floor. And I think that would make them even a little bit more dangerous. So, I mean, I think the Clippers need to look into that. I think they need to, negotiate that, because the Bulls are pretty, like I said, they're pretty much an open target right now. They would probably listen to any team who's trying to make them an offer, because they're not going nowhere no time soon, really, because Zach LaVine and that whole thing is just an issue all on its own. And I mean, Lonzo Ball ain't coming back no time soon to make the team complete or more well-rounded. And, you hear other trades with them in regards to other players, on the team, Caruso also. So, I mean, it's just the negotiation table will be wide open, you know what I'm saying? So it might be easier to make a trade with a team like that now, who just seems like they're just trying to clean house and, go another direction. So the Clippers should jump on it and see what happens. But hey, that's my take on everything. Leave any comments and we'll talk about it.